We've received a lot of requests about how to start milkweed seeds. I'm going to show you a few examples of how you can start 3 of the milkweeds that grow well at the lower desert level. Asclepias subulata, desert milkweed, Arizona milkweed, or Asclepias angustifolia, and this also works with pine leaf milkweed, Asclepias linearia. One of the easiest ways to be successful is to find a container and take your seeds and soak them overnight in warm water, and you can see how we've done that in these containers here. The next morning, simply take a strainer and strain off some of the seeds so they're ready to use. Now, there are many ways you can plant your seeds. Many gardeners have their favorite planting seed starting mix. You can buy ones in bags at many of the stores. I'm going to show one example of a way to start seeds for the novice grower who really wants to do this but has never been a gardener most of their life. One of the things we can highly work around are these Jiffy pots, these pellet refills. They come in little containers like this. They're very small, and you put them in water and they expand as they grow. And you can see the difference in size between these two pellets before and after water was added to them. They have a netting around it, and usually you can find either trays or you can make a tray yourself with some of your handy garden or household items that you may have. Now, when you first expand these, you'll see how they're kind of filled on the top with the netting. So what you want to do is find a tool that works for you. It can be as simple as these sticks that you can find to use for your food preparation, or even a simple nail like this. And all you need to do is be able to pick one of these up and pull back the netting. And when you pull back the netting, just stir up the dirt underneath and make a little hole so you have room for planting the seeds. You don't want to plant the seed too deep. Think about in nature, when the milkweed seeds blow away from the plant, they land on the ground and eventually will send down roots if the conditions are right. So you don't want to go any more than 1/4 of an inch, maybe even as little as 1/8 of an inch underneath the soil. Then just simply take a couple of your seeds out of your drained seeds. I usually put 2 to 3 per pot because we know germination isn't always perfect on these. And then you can just take the soil and once again cover them loosely. And then you can just add that back to your tray for watering. Most of these trays come with a plastic covering that you can add over them to help keep moisture in until you see the first seedlings appear. If you don't have that, you can also use a plastic covering, wax paper, something over the top to help hold the moisture in. You want to put this on a sunny window, or another thing that works really well are some of the commercial seedling heat mats that are available. I usually have one of these. There's many available on the market, different kinds. You just simply plug this in, and this keeps the heating tray about 10 degrees above your room temperature. It's really simple, and it works well. Once your seedlings come up a couple inches, what you want to be able to do before you transplant these into a pot is be sure that you pull the netting off before you put them into the pot. It's very simple. Just rip it off, and then this is contained, and you could put this in your larger pot when you're ready for transplanting. This only works on the lower elevation milkweeds that do not need cold stratification. Those for the higher elevations, like Asclepias speciosa, Asclepias asperula, others of that nature, all need to be cold stratified first. So try this. Email us with any questions you might have that we can help you along the way at swmonarchs@yahoo.com. You can also post a photo on our Southwest Monarch Study Facebook page, and we'll be happy to help you. Happy gardening!